What's happening, fellas? I have a question for you. How did I, the guy voted most likely to die by his high school class, quit school in 11th grade? How did I go on to achieve all that I've achieved? I'm going to tell you exactly how. I'm going to tell you exactly what the secrets are for you to achieve the best life you can. I can tell you this. When I quit high school in 11th grade, if it wasn't for dirt bikes, if it wasn't for motorcycles, you probably wouldn't be watching me right now. And two, I definitely wouldn't have graduated high school. That's a whole nother story. But if it wasn't for a 1983 RM 250 Suzuki that I did my high school senior's thesis on about motocross, I wouldn't have graduated high school. Definitely not. I was on the half-decade plan. I quit in 11th grade, had to do 11th grade over. At points in my life, I've been overweight. How did I get to where I am today? How did I go from failure to total success? Not to blow my own horn or anything, but I've won 16 New England championships racing motocross and supercross. 3 times I won the 500 shootout, grass drags. Those aren't included in my championships because those are one-day events, but I won the 2021 Northeast Regional Vet Championship, the Sand Mountain Hill Climb 2021. I've kicked ass racing, and I've kicked ass in business, and I'm kicking ass in life. At one point, my computer company employed 54 people. I've owned a construction company. I currently own the New England Motorcycle Museum, the largest motorcycle museum in New England, 40,000 square foot of motorcycles. And I have the largest motorcycle restoration shop in the United States of America. We employ 18 people. We restored 680 motorcycles, restored and sold 680 motorcycles last year alone. So how does someone go from seemingly destined for failure to success? Well, on a high level, you got to stay positive, find a way to do what you love to do every day. Set potent goals. You got to set potent goals and get some help. Find people who are extremely successful and follow in their path, because success leaves clues. I'm walking around the middle of the field of my 52-acre estate that took me 10 years to buy the land and create what you see here, the private motocross track, lighted private motocross track, natural terrain track in the back. We got a swimming pond for the kids, about an acre pond, 15 feet deep that I dug here, and it's all paid for. Everything you see here is paid for. There's no mortgage on this property. I'm going to tell you where you can get the help you need and the path that you can set yourself on so you can achieve your version of success. I can tell you, I believe the United States of America, if you're from another country, hopefully you have the freedom we have here. There are more first-generation millionaires in this country than I believe anywhere else on the planet. And I know a lot of them, guys that started with nothing, whose parents left them with nothing, and they became the most successful in their industry. In the computer industry, I know a second-generation family that's a Dunkin' Donuts tycoons. They own like 30 Dunkin' Donut franchises. They started with nothing. They were immigrants. They came here with nothing. How do they do that? They work their fucking asses off 24/7. That's a common denominator. You can set big goals. You can have big dreams, but you got to get your ass out of bed early, work late, and there's no days off. You want to be a champion in motocross? There's no days off. You want to be the best in real estate or in Dunkin' Donuts or in the computer industry or in motorcycles? There's no days off. You get Christmas till noon. That's it. Then you get your ass back to work. And that's why I say you better love what you do. You better find something you love to do. Otherwise, you'll lead a life of mediocrity. And if that's okay, if that's all you want, great. But if you want to be inspired, inspire others, and achieve greatness, set big goals and work your ass off. One of my clients called me last night who just bought a bike. His son's a West Point graduate. He's an Army Ranger, an Army officer, and he's an athlete. He plays in the Army sports teams also. And he says I inspire him. So if I'm inspiring Army Rangers and Army officers and guys who seem to be extremely successful, well, I must be on the right path, right? I can tell you, I know why most people fail in life. Not everybody. Some people are just dealt a shitty deck of cards and they can never get out, or they get in serious accidents and they lose the ability to, or perceived ability to achieve what they wanted to achieve. But that's not why 95% of the people fail in life. 95% of the people fail is because they have impotent goals. That is, goals that don't motivate them to get their ass out of bed and work around the clock to achieve them. So ask yourself and tell me, put in the comments here, how are you doing today? How are things going for you? If they're going fantastic, that's excellent. Find somebody that's not going fantastic with and lift them up. Because they say you can't keep it unless you give it away. Share your secrets to success. Lift somebody else up. If you're doing okay and you think you can do better, great. If you're doing horrible, well, I got good news. Hopefully you hit rock bottom, because once you hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up. No matter if you're doing horrible, good, or if you're doing fantastic, today, call a friend or a family member. Ask them if they want to go for a bike ride if you're a rider. Take someone out to dinner. Go out to a movie. Go have a bonfire. Live life today, because this is not a dress rehearsal. Life is short. Have fun. I'm taking Chrissy out in the Harley and going to a concert today. Hopefully get some good footage to share with you guys there. We're going to have an awesome day. I want you to do the same. If you're doing horrible and you got issues, you're hooked on drugs, or you're super overweight, or you're financially screwed up, there's solutions. You don't have to pay for professional advice. You don't have to call psychologists. There's a 12-step program for pretty much everybody out there who's failing or in a real bind, and you can get the help you need. They say a burden shared is cut in half. So if you're in a bad spot, find a group to share it with and find the help you need and move forward in a positive fashion. I'm here to tell you, no matter where you're at in life, no matter how good or how bad things are, you could have lost your job, you could be getting divorced, you could be just gotten seriously injured. I'm here to tell you, if you stay on a positive path and you do good things, work hard, that whatever seeming failure you have will turn around to be the cornerstone of your success. If you're having your Job experience, like in the Bible, Job lost everything. The locusts attacked his farm, he lost his kids and everything, and he just kept on moving on the right path, and God restored everything for him. It's one of the promises. Look it up, Romans 8:28 in the Bible. And I'm not here to be a Bible thumper. There's every major, I can tell you this, so every major religion says pretty much the same thing, that there's a power of the universe. I don't care what you call it, but there's a power of the universe. If you believe in it and you set your goals high, that power of the universe can be harnessed and used for good for you and countless others. You just have to be honest. That's number one. Honest with yourself and honest with everybody else. And if you can't tell the truth, don't say anything at all. You have to be honest. You got to have faith, and you got to persevere. And like I said, you got to work your ass off to get where you want to be. There's no free ride. It's the law of the harvest. Every farmer knows that. Every bodybuilder knows that. Every motocross champion knows that. There's no easy way. You've got to hustle. You got to outwork everybody else to achieve greatness. I want you to do something. I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil. And I asked you about the three categories. You're doing great, you're doing okay, or you're doing horrible. I don't care what category you're in, because it can get better. Grab a piece of paper, and I want you to write down the 3 favorite things that you like to do. Do it now. Your 3 favorite hobbies, pastimes, passions, whatever it is. Minimum of 3. If you got 5 or 6, write them down. Pause this video and do it now. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully you've done it. And look at that list and be honest with yourself. How much of the things that you love to do are you doing? And I don't even care what your excuses are. I want you to prioritize at least 2 of those 3 things that you want to do. Try to get all 3 of them in. And this week, make it a plan to do it. For me, it was riding motorcycles. My first stint when I was down and out 20 years ago was riding my motorcycle for 30 days. That turned into 60, then it turned into 90 days straight. At one point, I had a 360-day streak that was only broken by an accident where I broke my foot, and I kept on riding with a cast on. The doctor told me I had to stop, so I didn't want to stop. Once an object in motion tends to stay in motion, whether that means going to the gym, eating right, exercising, not drinking, not doing drugs, working, saving your money. When you end up in a positive direction, you're on 95 South, you're going to end up in Florida. Stay in that positive direction. Do the things you love to do. If you like riding, you like going to the gym, whether it's canoeing, boating, golf, basketball, maybe you just want to go to the drive-in movies, write it down and make it happen. Or someday you're going to wake up and say, why am I working so hard? You got to do the things you love to do. And hopefully your job is the thing you love to do the most, your avocation. Figure out how to make that your life revolve around the things you love, like I've done. Don't kid yourself. Don't cheat yourself, because if you tell yourself you're doing it, or you tell the people around you you're doing it, you're not. You're only cheating yourself. It's like being in the gym. The reward always equals the effort. Like I've said a bunch of times, life is not a dress rehearsal. I showed you that thing where you grab a tape measure and you bring it out 75 inches, then bring it back to 55 or 57 like me and realize you've only got, each inch represents a year, right? And I'm down to 18 years of the average lifespan. Where are you at? Are you 65 and you got 10 or 12 years left? Well, if you do, if you don't have much time left, prioritize. Make a bucket list of goals of the things you want to accomplish. If you're a youngster, I know a lot of young folks listen to my video and you're just getting started. Heck, set some high goals. Focus on doing great things. Write down great goals for yourself. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year goals. And you'll be surprised how many of them you'll accomplish if you commit to it. You'll accomplish all of them. Like I've said before, you're gonna be dead a long time. Life is short. We get 75 years. You're gonna be dead for 1,000 years. To put it in perspective, life is short, so you gotta push hard and achieve the goals that you want to achieve. There's no other way than hard work and perseverance. So grab that piece of paper and pencil and write a list of goals. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year goals. How do you want to improve physically, mentally, spiritually? How do you want your finances to look? And I can tell you how to get the help you need on your finances. It's simple. One of the best vlogs on the internet is the Dave Ramsey, D-A-V-E Ramsey, R-A-M-S-E-Y. Google it. He has a financial mastery program that you can take online. You can pretty much take the whole thing on your way to Florida, driving to Florida in your car, 20 hours, you'll have it mastered. And start the baby steps. Take the baby steps to get to where you want to go financially. Write down that list of goals and don't fail. Make them potent goals. Now's your chance to program yourself for success for the future. Write down huge goals that may seem totally out of reach, like everything you see around you now. I didn't start with enough money to do this, but I figured out how to do it. And the universe responded and the opportunities arrived and I worked my ass off and achieved it. Some of my short-term goals are I want to build a big ass barn over there. And now that I told you guys that, now I'm pressure to make it happen. I want to build like a 50 by 100 foot barn with a second story on it. We're going to expand our gas dealership and open a 10,000 square foot showroom on the first floor this year. I bought a 53 foot semi in a Kenworth, and I'm going to have a motorcycle race team and go to rallies with the big rig with a bunch of new bikes and race bikes and everything else. That's a goal for me. What's your goal? Make sure they motivate you to get up early, stay up late, and work around the clock. If you're not motivated, go online. You're on YouTube right now. Punch in David Goggins. Watch some of his stuff. There's a hard-hitting Navy SEAL who was 300 pounds and overweight, complete failure, and became one of the most motivating men on the planet. He ran 8 ultra marathons 8 weeks in a row. He ran 100 miles a weekend for 8 weeks. Here's a guy who couldn't run a half a mile when he started, but he set his goals high. He's one of 26 black men ever to become a Navy SEAL. He's a true inspiration for anybody. And if you don't click with David Goggins, just punch in on YouTube, motivational video, and sort them high to low. All the great speakers are online. All of the great mentors, all the great teachers, all the way back to Aristotle, they've been copyrighted. Dale Carnegie, he's awesome. Tony Robbins, phenomenal. Watch his webinar or read his book, Awaken the Giant Within. All the secrets of success exist, but you got to find out what they are and make it happen. And there's some clues in this video. Success leaves clues, guys. So make it happen for you and for your family. Do it for your loved ones. If you don't have loved ones, do it for other people you can lift up. Find mentors and teachers and peers that you click with, and people that'll hold you accountable to your goals, and get out there and make it happen, man. Life is short. I'm gonna hop on my Harley and take Chrissy to a concert and have a great day. I hope you do something awesome for yourself today. 31 years ago, yesterday is the last time I took a drink. That's a big part of my success. You can't, if you don't drink alcoholically, that's okay. Some of the most successful people I know, guy's a billionaire, sold his software company it was the largest CAD software company in the world, sold it for an untold amount of money. And he drinks a glass of wine pretty much every time or whatever he wants, but he's not an alcoholic. Some people can drink, normally have one drink, that's fine. But if you got a problem with drinking, knock it off. If you got a problem with drugs, knock it off. And well, if you don't know you have a problem, you might ask somebody who's a specialist in the subject. Anyways, thanks for watching. I love each and every one of you. And as always, God bless the United States of America.